Well, good morning, everyone. It is freezing outside, and today I thought I would do a video on how to stay warm if you have an old house. Now, we have an old mobile home, which is even worse than an old house because our mobile home is made with 90% aluminum, and so that really makes things cold. But I know that there are some of you who would love to know how we stay warm. Now, we're going to give you 6 points that don't have to do with the wood stove. That's going to be at the end of this video, but these are 6 ways, frugal ways, to keep yourself warm that anybody can do. So the number one thing is I wear scarves. I have hats and scarves. You're starting to see me with all of these different scarves, and wearing hats and scarves can really help keep you warm even inside the house. So I will wear scarves in the house. I do wear hats in the house. Now we do have a little bit warmer, but for many years of our life, we didn't have proper heating. We used 2 electric heaters. And let me tell you what, our bills were $400 a month because we had no heat in our house. So what other ways? So let me go ahead. I gotta go and put all of this compost in my compost bin, and then we're gonna talk more about ways that you can stay warm. It doesn't cost you anything, some of them. My girls would laugh at me because I wear granny socks. Now I bet you're wondering, okay, what is granny socks? Well, one way I like to stay warm is wearing socks, and they go the whole way to the knee. And then I put on another pair of socks, or I put on these comfy slippers. So I'm gonna put these comfy slippers on because we're gonna go in the house. So double layering your feet. Now, of course, I'm sure I would say the old timers, you know, the people like me, always put double layers to keep our feet warm. If you keep your head warm and your feet warm, your whole body stays warm. All right, so the next tip is right where I'm sitting. I am so amazed at so many people do not open their blinds on a cold winter sunny day. I drive by and I look at people's houses and they have all their drapes tight shut on a winter day, and look at the sun. This can really make a difference. Now, I know this is so juvenile and elementary, but you would be surprised how many people just don't open their blinds and let the sun shine in. You know, let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. You know, it's just amazing to me that so many simple tips people have lost through the years and don't even think about it. But open your drapes, open your blinds, let the world of the sun shine in. In our bedroom, we actually open all the blinds, which I'm going to do and show you. Now, at nighttime, we close them, of course, but in the daytime, when the sun's shining, that can make a difference. Now, our bedroom is not heated. Our wood stove does produce heat, but it's about 64, 65 degrees in our bedroom, which is nice because we don't like it really hot. But I'll show you what we're doing to help bring some of that air back on a very cold day. And also, I'm going to show you the number one thing I love to collect that can help keep you really warm in the wintertime. So, all right, let's go back in the bedroom and I'll show you what we're going to do there. Now, you have 2 choices. You can just open the blind, but I actually pull the blinds up so we have the whole window exposed. Makes a huge difference in here. I love crocheted blankets. Did you know crocheted blankets make things so nice and warm? A crocheted blanket really keeps your heat in. It's hard to explain because I know in crocheted there's holes in the yarn, but it's absolutely amazing. A crocheted blanket on your bed will really make you a lot warmer. And also they're cheap. If you go to the thrift store, for me, I can get them for $4 and they're like new. I love crocheted and knitted blankets. It really keeps you warm too. If you could crochet your own, even better yet. There's nothing like bundling up and reading a good book with a crocheted blanket. I call this my coat of many colors blanket, and this was made for me by a viewer. I absolutely love it. So, covering up with another blanket that was made for me by a viewer a couple years ago. Cuddling up with a blanket and just spending some time reading or just enjoying the sunshine. You know, you don't have to go outside to get some of the sun. Just sit here and just enjoy the sunshine. It really makes a difference in your mentality and your mood, and it keeps you warm too. Another thing is make soup. Soup keeps you nice and warm. A nice hot bowl of soup or some hot chocolate in the evening can really warm you up, and it makes a big difference. All right, at the end of this video, I am going to talk a little bit about our wood stove because I've had a lot of questions on it. And I did a video on it when we started using the wood stove, but there are so many questions. One is we got the wood stove at Tractor Supply for $699. And that is a cheap wood stove. It is a cheaper unit, but it works really great for us. It is a small unit and it's mobile home safe. Now, I'm going to show you what makes it mobile home safe. We didn't even know this. One thing that makes it mobile home safe is the size of it. So we can't get temperatures into the 800s. We can't do that because it's a small wood stove. But the main reason why this wood stove is mobile home safe is that little hole in the wall, that little hole in the door. So there's a hole in the door with a pipe, and that brings in fresh air. So there's fresh air continually going into the wood stove. It's not relying on your house temperature, your house air. All right, so this is the system that we have. All right, now that goes through the door. I'll explain that in a moment. So why in the world would we put a wood stove through our door? Well, this is a door that we very rarely used. This is not our main door. We have our main kitchen door and we also have an exit door. We have two other forms of exit of our house. So this was a door that we weren't really using. Two is we could have went up through the ceiling, but we did not feel comfortable in doing that. We felt that that was a little bit dangerous because going up through the ceiling, going up through the attic, we just wanted to be able to see everything. So we can see everything. There's nothing hidden. The pipes go straight out and then they go straight up. Now, a wood stove for us was very costly. And the reason why it was costly is because we did go with the double liner, triple liners, and they are over $100 a piece. So we have 3 of them, which made it very expensive. So we paid $6.99 for the wood stove, but by the end of everything, we were paying about $2,500 for everything, and that is simply because we wanted to go extra safe. So you'll see a lot of homes where they just have the single pipes coming out, and we wanted to make sure we were very safe and everything was approved. We did not put in the wood stove ourselves. So then we have anchors here to keep it in place, and we have the through the wall kit. You actually could put it through the window if you wanted to with the through the wall kit. I've seen that done, but we didn't know that when we first started. But through the wall kit we used, and we just went through the door, and we love it. We think it makes our house look great because we are homesteaders. So, you know, we have that whole industrial, you know, busy look of our home because we have large gardens, we have all of this, and also it is metal, and it kind of goes with the metal trailer. So we really love our wood stove. But here's the thing. It takes a lot of responsibility to have a wood stove, and it is a lifestyle choice. So if you were working full-time, I wouldn't recommend you having a wood stove as your only main source of heat, because you have to be there. You have to be home to keep it going. It won't keep going on its own. And so wood stoves are kind of more for the person that's at home and more homesteady, a person that doesn't mind chopping wood, doesn't mind hauling wood. It's for a person that's really an outdoorsy type person, because if you work full time and this is your only heat, you will have some major issues. So that's what that looks like. Sometimes you have to spend a little money in order to save money. So we paid $400 in wood this year, since starting in November, December, January, and February, 4 months. That was only $100 a month. And last year we were spending over $350 a month on electricity. So in 1 month, you know, it cost us for the wood and stuff. So I did talk about our insurance and things like that in a previous video. We do have house insurance. So with the wood stove, we were able to be insured having the wood stove because we had it professionally installed and we had a mobile home approved wood stove. And the mobile home approved wood stove, they will say on it, and they will have all the description on it, and you can ask anyone when you're in the store, if you're looking for one, you need to have a mobile home one. Now that doesn't mean that you will be insured, as you have to check with your insurance company ahead of time before you do all this, if that's something that you want to do. But we are insured with it. Now we have a very, I don't know what I want to say. The insurance company that we have is a very rural one, country one. Sorry, people, oh my goodness, it's crazy. So a couple of my videos, you know, YouTube shared, and people were like, you're not pronouncing this right. Oh, you're not pronouncing that right. And I'm like, Pennsylvania Dutch, have you ever heard of it? Like Pennsylvania Dutch, we don't pronounce our words quite like everybody else. Also, different wood has different heat. So we are heating right now with oak. We do have a little bit of maple, that gets really hot, but mainly we heat with oak. Oak is a really good wood, produces a lot of heat, and it doesn't have as much ash. Hi everybody, thank you so much for watching the following video. I just want to give a special little shout out to a viewer of mine who sent me a care package for my birthday. Now, of course, my birthday was January 12th, but she sent me some of this really vintage things, and I love them, as you know. And look at this glass jar, isn't that neat? She also sent a lot of scrapbooking stuff. We are going to our granddaughter's house today, and we are going to be working on the scrapbooking stuff. So she sent a whole box of scrapbooking items. Really neat. So I'm taking this along. And also, she gave this. Now this looks like it's from 1950s, and I really want to thank her so much for this lovely package. It is going to give us lots of fun. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys in the next one.